Hi. All messed up. Are you wide awake? There we go. New clothes.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only
done?
thing.
No. It's so
There's just too little love. What the
Babe,
world
you're so sweet to your
needs
mom.
now,
I love you.
sweet love.
Oh, thank you. That was amazing.
But for
Thank you.
everyone.
You're so sweet.
Okay, I finally did it. I got my new table and chairs in. I told y'all I was moving some rooms around in the house. And this used to be a front sitting room, like almost an extra living room that we never really used because we have our back room with our sectional and TV, and that's where we're at the most. So I changed it. This is our new dining room. It used to be in here. Now this is a playroom and the kids love it. They have so much more room. And I will say, when we first renovated this house, my sister-in-law Carlin and Zach, they both told me, why don't I make this the dining room? I was like, no, I want more of an intimate, just closed off room. We never used it when it was in there. Like, we ended up at the bar stools 99% of the time. So I was like, let's change it up. The kids have more room to play in there. And I ordered this new table from Castlery. I needed a bigger one since obviously your family's growing, and one that was good quality. And I got the one with a bench. It is so pretty. And then the chairs, I've got one on each end and then 3 on the back. So I have plenty of room. It's in the same room as my kitchen. Like, I feel like the kids are always in here. We're eating meals here every night. We're doing crafts. Like, it could not have turned out more perfect.
You think you know what's happening with the Bates family until a few quiet posts from the last couple of days completely change the tone. Behind the Christmas photos and cozy captions, there have been late nights that didn't happen at home, emotions running just under the surface, and small, almost overlooked moments that ended up meaning everything, from hospital hallways to living room floors, from exhaustion to tenderness. These updates aren't flashy, but they hit hard. Over the past 1 to 2 days alone, several Bates family members have shared moments that feel deeply personal, deeply real, and impossible to scroll past once you truly see them. So let's slow down for a moment and walk through everything that's been unfolding. We're starting with one of the most emotional updates the Bates family has shared in a while. Josie Bates Balka has been living a reality no parent ever plans for. When people talk about the newborn phase, they usually picture sleepless nights at home, rocking chairs, and dark nurseries. But for Josie and her husband Kelton Balka, those nights have been spent under fluorescent hospital lights inside the NICU. In a raw Instagram post shared just days ago, Josie showed what life looks like when your baby can't come home yet. The timestamp read after 10 p.m. The hospital was quiet, but never truly silent. Machines hummed, monitors beeped, and exhaustion had clearly become routine. Kelton gently lifted their son Brooks and placed him into Josie's arms with movements that were careful, practiced, and protective. This wasn't a staged moment. This was survival mode. Josie showed the repetitive reality of NICU life, pumping milk in the middle of the night, washing parts in a tiny hospital sink, trying to rest on a pull-out chair that never really lets you sleep, waking up again and again just to check numbers on a screen to make sure your baby is still okay. One moment stood out to fans immediately. In the early morning hours, Josie curled her hair. Not for social media, not for a photo, just for herself. A quiet attempt to feel normal in a place that strips parents of control. A reminder that she's still Josie, not just a NICU mom counting hours. And through it all, Kelton never left her side. When Josie pumped, Kelton rocked Brooks. When Josie rested, Kelton stayed alert. Their movements felt synchronized, built on trust and necessity, marriage under pressure, but also marriage at its strongest. The comments flooded in. Other NICU parents recognized the sounds of the monitors immediately. Nurses, moms, and strangers shared their own stories, saying those beeps never truly leave your brain. Many commented on Brooks's thick dark hair, his alert little face, and how fiercely loved he already is. Then came another moment that stopped people in their tracks. Josie shared photos of her mom, Kelly Jo Bates, holding Brooks in a hospital chair. "Best granny in the world," Josie wrote, and suddenly the sterile NICU room felt warmer, human, full of love. This update wasn't shared for sympathy, it was shared to tell the truth, and that truth resonated deeply. From there, the tone shifts, but the emotion doesn't fade, because sometimes the most powerful lessons don't come from hardship, they come from watching love being modeled quietly at home. Carlin Bates Stewart shared one of those moments, and it completely melted fans. While recovering postpartum, Carlin pressed record inside the Stewart home, never expecting her toddler son Zade Stewart to steal the entire moment. At the foot of the bed stood Zade, holding a bottle of baby lotion almost bigger than his hands, focused, serious, and gentle. He began rubbing the lotion onto Carlin's foot with slow, deliberate movements. No one told him to do this. No one asked. Carlin later explained why this moment hit her so deeply. During her recovery, Zade has watched his dad, Evan Stewart, step up in quiet ways, rubbing Carlin's feet, caring for her, loving her through the unseen exhaustion of early motherhood. And now, Zade was simply copying what love looks like to him. He reached back for more lotion. "One more," he said softly. At one point, he gently poked her foot and whispered, "Boop," making Carlin laugh. Then he clapped his hands together and proudly announced, "All done." Moments later, he added, "Thank you, Mom," followed by a polite, "You're welcome." The comment section exploded. Fans called Zade an angel, a future gentleman. Many pointed out the same thing. Children are always watching, and Evan's example is already shaping the next generation. Carlin looked overwhelmed with pride, not just in her son, but in the family they're building, one rooted in service, gentleness, and love shown through action. And that softness continues as we move into another kind of family update, one that reflects growth, change, and preparation. Whitney Bates is officially in nesting mode. With baby number 6 on the way, Whitney and Zach Bates realized something important. Their home no longer matched how they actually lived. In a recent Instagram update, Whitney shared that their formal front sitting room looked beautiful, but barely got used. Despite having a designated dining area, the family found themselves eating almost every meal at the kitchen bar. With kids growing fast, homeschooling, crafts, and busy schedules, it just didn't work anymore. So Whitney made a bold decision. At 5 months pregnant, she chose to completely flip the layout, turning the unused sitting room into a full-size dining room designed for real life. The transformation instantly changed the energy of the home. The new dining space sits closer to the kitchen, making meals easier and more natural. A long wooden table now anchors the room, big enough to grow with their family and sturdy enough for years of homework, crafts, and conversations. Zach can be seen helping assemble furniture and roll out a rug, while the finished room glows with warmth. A white brick fireplace, soft, natural light, a Christmas tree nearby. It finally looks lived in. Whitney also admitted something honestly refreshing. Both Zach and her sister-in-law Carlin had suggested this exact layout earlier. At the time, she wasn't convinced. Now she's fully owning that they were right. The former dining room didn't go to waste either. It became a playroom, instantly loved by the kids. This wasn't just a home makeover. It was a family adjustment, one that reflects changing seasons and a mom preparing to welcome another baby. And fans felt it. Comments poured in praising the practicality, warmth, and heart behind the decision. From there, we end on a softer, quieter note, one filled with Christmas magic. Lydia Bates shared a simple post titled "December So Far," but fans immediately knew it was more than a photo dump. The carousel opened with Lydia and Trace Bates standing behind a glowing Christmas tree, each holding one of their children. Elegant, sentimental, a clear snapshot of how much their family has grown in a short time. Then came the everyday chaos. Trace lounging on the couch, his toddler beside him, wearing sunglasses like a tiny celebrity. Funny, unfiltered, real. Lydia shared a tender moment with her baby girl in candy cane pajamas and a bold red bow. Wide eyes, first Christmas season, the kind of photo that makes parents pause their scrolling. There were gingerbread villages, kids piled together on the couch, coffee routines, and quiet moments of Lydia watching her baby explore the Christmas tree for the first time. No big announcement, no headline, just presence. And that's what resonated most. Fans flooded the comments with love, prayers, and appreciation for how beautifully this family is embracing the season. Because sometimes the most meaningful updates aren't the loud ones, they're the quiet ones that say, "We're okay right here." So let's recap. Josie Bates and Kelton Balka navigating NICU life with strength and honesty. Carlin and Evan Stewart raising a little boy who already understands kindness. Whitney and Zach Bates reshaping their home for a growing family. And Lydia and Trace Bates soaking in the magic of December with their kids. If these moments moved you, make sure to like this video, subscribe to The Fame, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next update. And let us know in the comments which story stayed with you the most. We'll be right here bringing you every moment that matters.